Well, I'm Evan.
And I'm Josh.
And, it's about midnight of the Batcave. Yes, it's actually midnight of the Batcave tonight, because you see, when Josh Byers is present in the Mancave, it is then referred to as the Batcave.
That is right.
Yeah, so let's have our little funny intro thing.
Alright.
So, how's the family been?
My parents are dead!
Eating anything? Do you want something to eat?
Justice!
Looks like you might have like a headache. Do you want some Advil or something?
Where are the drugs?
So tonight's topic, obviously, is Batman. And I actually have Batman here with me. It's Josh Byers.
Yeah. You know, I do love Batman. I would probably say my first time I ever really got into Batman was my freshman year, and I was at the movies with Sarah Walsh and her family, and it was a dollar theater, and we went to go see The Dark Knight. I really, really wanted to see it, but, you know, wasn't all the way into Batman. I saw it, and I was starting to get into acting, too, and I saw how Heath Ledger did, and I saw how cool of a world of Batman is, and I fell in love with it, and it was the coolest thing. And so, you know, 4 years later, something like that.
Whatever,
yeah. I'm kind of known for it, but, you know, I love it, and, I definitely, I guess you would say that I, spent a lot of time and energy into the new one, because I knew everything about that movie. I remember the date when they announced the name of the movie, Dark Knight Rises. I was giddy like a little girl at a Justin Bieber concert, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know that feel.
Yeah.
They showed the new Doctor Who trailer a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I saw it like 10 minutes after it was released.
Fangirling.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Fangirling.
Yeah. I've been fangirling for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, lay it on me. What do you think of it?
Well,
no, I'm not going to be happy with it, so let's go ahead and get this over with.
I do like Batman. I don't like the way that Bruce Wayne was portrayed in the Batman movies.
Why? It's the first movie he's ever been portrayed in any of the movies.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
Yeah, the old ones were bad as well, but I don't know.
Screw you, George Clooney.
But I don't know, like they had to portray Bruce Wayne as the kind of the really super duper smart, calculate supercomputer algorithms.
So what you're saying is that they didn't do that?
They didn't make him seem smart enough in my book.
Alright, yeah, and I can understand that, but you're also an Iron Man fan, and that's all Tony Stark is.
Yeah.
So I can see why you didn't. But you told me over Facebook that you didn't like his Bane's accent.
Yeah, what was his accent? It sounded like Sean Connery in a cup.
Whenever Sean Connery in a tunnel.
Yeah,
that's what I told.
Like talking into a styrofoam cup.
Your punishment must be more severe.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
You know, that's true. When the movie came out and they had all these set pieces, you know, and all the set videos and stuff like that, and they were filming at the Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium. And anybody who knows me knows that I was fangirling about that too, because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan hardcore. You know, they filmed it. It was like an amateur film, and they didn't have the audio sound on it. They just had Tom Hardy speaking into the microphone, and it did sound funny. I was like, what the heck? So, but I completely understand it does sound like Sean Connery in a tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a really cool take, and how they, the audio that they put on it and edited it and stuff like that. I don't know anything about that crap, but yeah, you know, I thought it was cool. But some people were like, it was really hard to understand. At times, I had a hard time understanding him. But yeah.
So, in the Dark Knight Rises, where is Bane from?
Bane is, you know, I mean, they went a little bit back on his backstory, but he was a mercenary, obviously, but like he was just part of that prison. You know, if you haven't, this is gonna have a little bit of Dark Knight Rises spoilers. If you haven't seen it, 2 things: shame on you, and second, you probably want to turn it off right now. But yeah, you know, I don't know. I mean, I couldn't tell you where he was from exactly, and obviously they didn't. You know, Christopher Nolan this is why I forbid you to see the movie, because you don't understand him. And he's all about being realistic, but also making it, following the comic books. I mean, if you think about it, it did follow similar comic books, like similar stories. But the good thing I liked it was his.
Yeah, I really liked the whole Batman trilogy. It seems very realistic, like it really could happen. Whereas the Avengers seems cheesy and comic booky still.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, that's why the Avengers has made so much more money. I mean, what they put in they put what 2 billion, isn't it? I don't know. It's like 1.8 billion. I don't remember exactly, and I think the Dark Knight Rises has reached worldwide. It's reached $1 billion, but something. Well,
the Dark Knight Rises with the whole shooting, it really stinted its growth.
Yeah, it really did actually, but yeah. Oh yeah. So the one thing I did read about when I was reading a review on it was. Or no, they ranked the best.
He's like a flyer.
You alright?
He was a wasp. Size of size of a cat.
Yeah. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought before you almost died.
Died, yeah. Gosh, that was terrifying.
Yeah, no, one of the things I read was that this Marvel, the Avengers was a better movie overall for somebody, because you could go in there and you could get the cheesy lines, you could get everything blowing up, and you could enjoy the movie. It was a popcorn flick, but and everybody could like it.
Mm-hmm.
But you walk into Dark Knight Rises, and not everybody's going to be into a dramatic one. It's not
everybody can kind of feel with happy-go-lucky kind of stuff, but not everybody can deal with that.
Yeah.
Dang, this shiz is real.
Yeah, definitely. And, and a good comparison between the two, if you saw an explosion in the Avengers, it was out of the way, in your big face fire, in your face, big huge fire. And then, if you saw some of the previews or the trailers or in the movie, if you saw what the bridge breaks up when Bane breaks the bridge to the Gotham, it's just a little crumble.
There was a reason for the explosions.
Yeah, there was a reason for the explosions, and it was a crumble. It wasn't a crumble. It wasn't
a
yeah. So, but it just kind of depends on what you're into. And when I read that, I was obviously I was mad that it didn't make more money. I wanted it to make more money than the Avengers, but then I was like, it makes sense. People, it's just the all around movie that can appeal the Avengers is. So,
and I mean, Batman is just one superhero.
Yeah.
Whereas there were how many Avengers and
a buttload. So, yeah, and something cool was if you haven't seen it, like I said, spoiler alert completely. At the end of, you okay?
Oh, it's a fly cutting a spider web over there.
Oh,
he's trying to get free. That's awesome. Die. Anyway, continue.
Okay, I'm gonna scoot over now. One of the things was I saw an interview with Joseph Gordon-Levitt on Jimmy Kimmel, and they were asking him, because at the end of the movie, they make a reference.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, Batman and Robin. I'm like, no, you can't be Batman and Robin if Bruce Wayne fakes his death and moves to freaking Milan, Italy.
Yeah.
You can't be Batman and Robin. If anything, it's going to be Nightwing or...
yeah, they just skip right over Robin.
Yeah, they just automatically. I mean, yeah, sure, they made a funny little... what is it called? Easter egg? Was that the right word? Yeah, okay.
Oh, with them in the stadium? With Robin's symbol in the stadium or whatever?
Or yeah, that there are, and then at the end of the movie when they were basically flat out said his first name was Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Well, Joseph Gordon, this interview, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, they were asking him about it, and he said that Jimmy Kimmel's like, so are you gonna be Nightwing?
That Fly is freaking out hardcore, and
poor Fly. Let's take a moment to dedicate to the Fly. Would you like to say any words, Evan?
I'm gonna pause it and go kill it.
Okay.
I'll be right back. So the Fly is dead.
Yes, that was a huge hassle.
Yeah.
Flames,
explosions.
Evan's house is currently on fire.
Poison.
Right,
yeah.
We got but we're all safe. We're all good. So.
Yeah.
Yep. What?
So yeah.
What were we talking about?
I don't even remember. So, where was Bane actually from? I don't know if we actually.
Yeah, we never really established that. I mean, I don't think they really went that far back into his background. But
the pit was in Africa, wasn't it? Like,
the pit was it in Africa? I thought it was in Afghanistan. No, I don't know. I don't remember.
How do you not remember?
I know they filmed it in Indonesia. But I don't think that's where it was.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, if you know, let us know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bane was supposed to be in...
Okay, screw it. Boyd's here right now. Boyd's dying over there.
I was told to be quiet. They actually say in the movie it's an undisclosed third world nation.
Thank you.
Okay.
I knew it was something like that.
All right, yeah.
Afghanistan. I bet it's $5 it's supposed to be Afghanistan. But it's actually in Indonesia.
Yeah, Boyd was supposed to have tonight, but then Josh texted me this morning and was like, hey, dude, I'm going to be in town next week, so you should, let me do Midnight of the Mancave. And I was like, sorry, Boyd, you get Tuesday instead. So tonight is Josh's show.
It's because
so
I'm better
that's the last
looking.
time you'll hear Boyd, unless we need his ever-growing wisdom again. Or the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know.
Bane was actually supposed to be from, this...
Mexico or something like that.
No,
right?
it was this made-up third-world Caribbean country.
Yeah, I knew that. I know that. And that was actually something I thought of. I'm like, that's kind of accurate-ish, not really, but somewhere in there.
They didn't break Batman's back. I
know, but realism, come on. Let's be honest here. If they'd broken his back in the movie, everybody would have been everybody who didn't know, just all the people who think they know everything about Batman but did only watch the movies and, were Batman fans, they would have been like, that's not real. You can't recover from, what was it, 5 months or something like that? 5-6 months? And ideally in the comic books it was 6 months, yeah. So, but if they're going for realistic, a realistic version, then it's not,
Yeah.
So
I have been looking forward to them breaking Batman's back.
But hey,
months.
It was pretty cool. That was my favorite part of the movie. That whole fight
when they
sequence.
actually snapped him, it looks just like how it did in the comics.
What did he say? He's
very impressed.
He's like, I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your body?
Yeah. Sean Connery in a cup.
Sean Connery in a tunnel. Oh, yeah.
I love it.
But overall, you like it?
I did like it.
Yeah, it was good.
Good movie.
Yeah.
I thought the ending was very well done.
Yes, and people are like, they left it wide open, and something that
they closed it.
They closed it very
nice.
well. It depends on how you think about it, because everybody's going to that movie thinking, oh, I want another one. So your brain's going to think you want another one, but really, it is a perfect ending to that. Perfect.
Because I saw a quote. It's rather you die as a sequel, or you live long enough to see yourself become Batman and Robin.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, man.
Yeah. So, one thing that I was kind of confused about, in the beginning of the movie, all of his cartilage was gone. Why was
in his
that?
knees?
Yeah.
Oh, it's really because Dark Knight Rises is 8 years later, right?
Yeah.
So my guess would be it's because he spent all 8 years. I mean, obviously, he spent part of those 8 years fighting. I know in the movie they talk about how after Harvey Dent died, it kind of went on. But, let's be honest, he still needed Batman for a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, my guess would be, and I don't know this for sure, but because they didn't really hit on it, but it was because he's been fighting all the villains and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But altogether, I guess people probably want to know what I think about the movie. I'll probably give it a 9 out of 10 because I want another one. The little girl in me wants another one. But
did it meet your expectations?
It exceeded expectations completely. I walked out. I remember when they showed Christopher Nolan's screen at the end of the movie, I stood up, started clapping, and said, "You are God!" Everybody kind of turned around and looked at me. Yeah, Boyd was there. All right.
So, just before we go real fast, I saw a fan film called The Puppet Master.
Yes, you showed me that. That was funny. That was good.
And it has 3 other Batman villains in it, and it is very well made.
Very, very well
fan
made.
Film.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend that you go and watch that.
It's somewhere in between. It's on my page or Evan's page or just YouTube it or something.
Yeah.
So It's a good one.
Yeah. So,
It kind of goes along with the whole Christopher Nolan Batman part. So
Anyway, we're out of time. So, see you tomorrow with Boyd's show. Good night.
see you later.